Hey YouTubers, welcome to the channel. I'm Tony the Technician. Today we're going to be going into the third gen Camaro and we are going to be removing the racing seats that I have in there now, and we're going to be installing my new setup. I'm going to be going over the prices of both the old setup and the new setup, as well as the pros and cons to each one, and then I'll show you an up close look at the new Corbeau seats that I went with and everything that I needed in order to get them installed into the 85 Camaro. If you guys enjoy this video, please make sure to smash that thumbs up. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, anything like that, if you're considering doing something similar to this, please feel free to drop a comment down below. I'll do my best to answer it. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. Let's go ahead and get into this. So these are the seats that I currently have in my third gen Camaro, and I've had these 5 or 6 years now. I ordered these off of eBay, and they are the DNA, I believe. They come with the Tanaka 4-point harnesses as well as the mounting brackets and slides. So everything came as a bundle, which made this extremely convenient for me. So at the time, I had just got done redoing the interior for the most part, and I didn't want to leave the old crusty seats in it. But when I started looking at name brand seats, I realized I didn't really have the money to be spending on seats, at least at that price range at the time. So that's when I started doing a bunch of research and came across these, and there are a lot of different ones available. But let's go ahead and go over the pros of these seats. Very affordable. I'll tell you the pricing here in just 1 minute. Not just affordable, but convenient, like I said. Since it came with the seats, the harnesses, and the brackets and slides, it was very convenient for me. Super easy install. 3, to me, especially for the price, they look good. I really enjoy the look of them. For the price, I think they're quite comfortable. They're not going to be the most comfortable seat, but I felt like they were quite a big step up from the stock. It got nice side bolster on both the bottom and the hips, so it was a very good seat for the short time that I've actually used it. And then the other pro is there are a lot of other designs and color options from DNA and many other, of these brands that just all make the exact same seats. So a lot of different options out there. So those are the pros for these seats. The cons being you get what you pay for. As far as the slides on these seats, that driver's seat is slid all the way back, and my feet are up on the pedals, and my body is up on the steering wheel. I can't get any further back. I'm only 5'8", and it's barely comfortable enough to drive just because of how close I am to everything. So I'm hoping with the new seats it solves that issue. And then the other con to this is the material quality. While it does look really good, it is not the most durable stuff. It is soft. I was very surprised by the quality of it, especially at its price point, but just the durability of the quality, or the durability of the material, is not the highest. You guys might be able to see it from over here. I'll show you a closer up image later, but on the side bolster over here, just from getting in and out. Now, truthfully, I wear shorts or sweats a lot of the times when I'm driving this, just because I'm going for quick little cruises just to put some miles on it and break it in. And it's already started to wear on that side, and I am not rough with it. I'm careful getting in and out of the car. So I just noticed it one day and I was quite shocked. So that is the biggest con, is just these seats aren't going to be the most durable thing in the world. So that's it as far as pros and cons for these seats. Overall cost for these 2 seats, 2 harnesses, 2 brackets and slides, all as a bundle set, for $450. So let's go ahead and get into the new stuff. We'll go over pros, cons, and pricing, and then we'll get them installed. Getting into some of the items that I picked up in order to install the new seats, I did have both brackets and slides, but the passenger side actually turned out had the wrong product inside the correct box. I pulled it out and it was for like a Toyota 4Runner, so I had to send that back, and the other one is on the way. That's unfortunate, but I have the driver's side one, so I'll show you that here in a clip in just a second. But I decided to go with the 3-point Corbeau retractable harness, and instead of just having a ring here that would bolt to the harness bar or roll cage, it has a buckle. And then they include this retractable mechanism here, and this bolts to my harness bar, and then this clips to it. This gives access in case you want to lean the seat forward and people either get in the back seat, or not in my case, I don't have a back seat, but the other reason I got the retractable one is because if you've ever worn a harness, whether that be 3.4, 5, whatever, basically when you wear these things, you have no movement, which is perfect for the track. But this isn't a track dedicated car. I'm going to be driving this on the street as well, primarily, and I want to still be able to lean forward and grab something or make adjustments, you know, things like that. So that is what this 3-point retractable harness is going to allow me to do. Then they include this extension, which is flexible in case this retractable mechanism or the retractor needs a little bit of versatility. This allows you to do that. I will not be using this part. It's not used a whole lot, but it is available with the kit. So besides that, they include all of the hardware needed, the 3 bolts. I did have to order these individually. You can't buy them as a pair. And I believe it was $316 for both harnesses. So I actually really like what they've done here with this rubber Corbeau stitched into here. I like that print a lot better than the old print, and I like that it's rubber. That actually looks really nice. The buckle is very nice compared to my Tanaka harnesses. The material feels very soft and flexible, and the adjustments feel nice and sturdy compared to my other ones. So it's definitely a nice upgrade for sure. I'll quickly show you. So here you can kind of see in my back seat, that is the harness bar, and I have the passenger side retractor mounted already, but it is just held in by 1 bolt, and I still have to install the driver's side. So that's a really easy install. I'll show you how to install that to the original mounting locations on the bottom, and then that retractor is extremely easy. I will say the slides I've already installed. Driver's seat, I do have a lot more adjustment. I can actually scoot back away from the steering wheel, which is fantastic. And the material is a huge difference. With these seats, like, it feels nice. They're kind of soft. You can tell that they're very soft material, not thick. And so that is why this has happened. And like I said, I only have 250 miles on the car, so, and I'm very good with my stuff, so it's extremely soft right there. Well, the entire seat. Overall, I'm happy with those seats for the price that I paid, but these are a much heavier duty material, much thicker. I like the texture, the color combination. The overall quality of the seat is extremely nice. I double checked both seats to make sure that there were no issues with them, and as soon as I get that second bracket in, we'll go ahead and get it installed on that seat. But let's go ahead and talk about pricing and my thoughts on the pros and cons. Corbeau seats, the pros are going to be, for me, they look absolutely fantastic. They feel great. They're extremely comfortable. They fit my body well. Like I said, that the quality of material that they've used is far superior to whatever material is on this DNA seat. They do have quite a few different color options. Like I said, I've already installed the driver's seat. The adjustability of it is much better. I think I can get roughly 6 inches further back away from the steering wheel than I could before. The cons being the overall cost of it all, and that you have to buy everything separately. There isn't like a package, deal. You just kind of have to order everything that you need. So the brackets for both together were $260. The 3-point retractable harnesses were $316 together. And then the seats are going to range from $850 to $960, depending on where you order it from. I got all of my stuff from Summit Racing, and I also got a military discount, so it brought the total to $1,450 for the seats, bracket slides, and harnesses. So $1,000 more than the DNA seats, and now maybe some of you guys understand why I decided to go this route for the first time around, because once I started looking at seats that I actually liked, that were name brand, I realized just how expensive it was going to be, not just for the seats, but everything else that you need. So It is 3 times the cost, but I'm extremely happy with the purchase, and I'm okay that I waited, you know, a while for it. I'm super happy with it. So let's go ahead and get the passenger side seat out. I'll show you how to do that, and then we'll get the bracket mounted to this seat, get the harnesses installed, and get everything back in the car and take a look at it. So with yours, if you're doing stock seats, obviously the harness isn't going to be the same. I have to remove the harness first from the car, at least at the base locations, because it's going through the seat. I'm going to start with this location here, then we will fold the seat forward, scoot the seat forward, and access the one down here where your buckle would normally be. And then we can get to actually removing the bracket from the floor. And as far as my hardware, here it's going to be a 14 millimeter and then 13 millimeter for the actual nuts that hold the bracket to the floor. So I'll go ahead and get started on that. And keep in mind, whether you have aftermarket seats like this in your car or stock seats, it's a very simple process. It's just a matter of getting access to those fasteners underneath the seat. Now we'll fold the seat forward, and you won't really be able to see this, but you know where the strap is for your belt, and its mounting location right here next to the seat. And there is the other fastener. Now we can actually start on removing the bracket and seat all together. So there you can see the front ones now. And then the hardest ones to get to are the back, but they're still not terrible. Pretty easy. And you can actually kind of see, especially in the video, just how weird shaped the stuffing or body of this seat is. Here, here. You have 4 Allen head bolts on the bottom that are going to be 6 millimeter. You just simply remove those. Finally got my seat bracket in for the passenger side. There you can see the part number. That is the one for the actual 3rd gen Camaro. The driver's side is going to be the exact same part number, but instead of the R at the end, it will be an L. And I'm going to line up this bottom hole on both sides at the back of the seat, and then it should line up on this slotted one for the front. And that's exactly how I mounted the front seat. You can obviously do it a little bit differently, I believe, just because you have a few different options here. But so I just have the bottom 2 installed right now, and I don't have them all the way snug down, just enough to hold it in place, and then you got to move the slide out of the way so you can install the front 2. And that is installing the slider bracket. Now, before installing this into the car, one thing you want to make sure is to pass your 3-point harness through the seat first. If you run a 4-point harness, you may be able to pass them through afterwards. But in my case, I need to go ahead and do that now before putting the seat in. Otherwise, I have to take it back out. And it's as simple as that. But one thing you want to make sure is that nothing is twisted when you go to bolt everything in. So before we bolt the seat into the car, this side over here needs to be bolted in because that's going to be between the center console and the seat itself. The other side can be easily installed after the seat is bolted in. Once that is bolted in down there, now we can actually set the seat bracket on the mounting locations or the studs sticking up, and we can get the fasteners started on those. I'll get the back 2 fastened, and then we'll slide the seat back and get the front 2 done. So all 4 of those are done now. Now we can work on the harness that mounts over here. So now both side straps for the 3-point harness
are bolted in, the seat is bolted in, and I may take them back out and I may paint the nuts because they're kind of, you know, brownish compared to everything else, so they kind of stand out. Let me go ahead and fix the lighting. Sorry, when I have my overhead shop lights on, it affects the color temperature of my camera, so go ahead and adjust it. That's why things kind of look orangish sometimes, but this is more of a natural light now. So basically what we have left is fairly simple. Just pull that belt up, attach it. As simple as that, and the seat is installed. Overall, the fitment, the quality, the adjustability is far superior to what I had before. Much more durable as well. So overall, the install was extremely easy, and fitment was good as far as the brackets to the seats, easy to install, the retractors to the new harness bar. Overall, I think it turned out really nicely, and I'm extremely happy with it. I think once I get the car wrapped, it will be a lot better as far as color combination, but I absolutely love the interior of my car. And just a few things here and there left to do, but let me know your guys' thoughts. I really hope you guys got some good information out of this and enjoy the content. That is it for now. I will make sure to do some more videos, kind of a better look at it when I get it outside for a drive. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to smash that thumbs up, leave a comment down below of your guys' thoughts, and as always, subscribe if you're not a subscriber. See you guys next time.